All right. We're going to start off with our OTVI taking its typical seasonal drop here around Thanksgiving. It will eventually come back up after the 7-day moving average clears the sector there. If you watch with sonar, you'll know why. And the big takeaway here, though, is that every year, you can compare the holiday dips to each other. And in this situation, we're roughly 8 to 9% higher than we were this time last year around the same period of time with the holiday drop. So demand is actually pretty strong, and that's something that most people in the space are having a hard time dealing with. It's almost like, no, it's not. If there's so many trucks out there, you're not going to know because the demand is going to be more evenly dispersed across the space. But that is what is happening. We've got tender volumes roughly 8 to 9% higher. We move on to the next chart, and it's going to show you the outbound tender rejection index, which is a measure of the rate of rejection of those tenders. Nobody cares. And it moves down, after a slight little bump there, over 4% for a hot second, and then back down to where it came from. And we're just not seeing any real strong growth in the outbound tender rejection index, which is the big key indicator that I'm watching for any signs of life in the freight market. We're waiting for this capacity to kind of bleed off, and it's just not happening. Let's go to the next chart. Spot rates themselves are actually coming up a little bit here. Traditional, we see a little bit more mixing of expedited freight, guaranteed freight, service-centric freight coming online in the spot rate index. Doesn't necessarily mean the market's turning by any means, but it is a decent sign that rates are rising right now for the providers out there that are struggling to, really keep online and busy. So move to the last chart here, looking at the contract rates. They dipped in November. We saw a little bit of a recovery here, but the overall trend line is for the contract market to slowly deteriorate as that spread between spot and contract is still abnormally high. We are still in a freight recession.